I was at a restaurant to eat. My mother had someone to meet. It was against the will of the lad, because if I said no, she wouldn't be so glad. A dish or two were ordered, and I thought I'll be flattered. Then a horror stood before me. It had me so nervous, like I had to feed. There were vegetables. They looked so mean. Instead, I laid my arms on the table. In my arms were a knife and an apple. And a noisy fan swung and gave me a chill. And I was sure, really sure, that I was about to kill. But I didn't do it. But I had to too. Now, I really need to go to the loo. So, I gritted my teeth. The hopes in my mother's eyes glinted, as if she was saying, "Come on, honey, you can do it." This sent a shiver down to the bottom of my pit. I was in pain, and she said again, "Just do it," just like Nike. Sooner, her eyes grew bigger, and her pit got higher, and my body went bigger, and my breathing went faster, and there was a giggle. It wasn't for any girl. It wasn't me. So I decided to spin around and leave the ground, because I hate vegetables.
And I would like to invite our Year 9 students to the stage.
Things that come and go like the ever-changing seasons sometimes bring sorrow. But there are always better things, not unlike the sweet, majestic sunrise of tomorrow. Everything from the food you eat to the friends you seek are meant to end with a goodbye. The very two words that will only give you a very deep sigh. A past so terrible, so delirious that it's filled only and only with regrets. Future of this depressed world I know is just filled with empty threats. The many, many disputes of the world that are settled at the end of a pistol, but not in the abode of peace, where the sun shines as pure as crystal.
Every day at home, I feel so stressed. People always expect me to be the best.
I tend to really worry about my grades. I haven't sat for my O levels, yet they're already asking for all A's.
I still study hard and go to school. But with everyone judging me, I don't feel so cool.
I have to catch up with all the latest trends. It seems that that's the only way to make new friends. But they don't care about a good personality. They only care about one's popularity.
I mean, we're just teenage girls experiencing peer pressure. But with everyone being so judgmental, no wonder we're insecure. Yeah, so I think it's time for us to go now. Now all of us, let's take our last bow.
Mirrors. It's shiny, looks new, and sometimes expensive. Doesn't say a word, always quite passive. It's a mirror, you see, made of reflective glass. Sometimes lying around, they're in the dry grass. Copies its surroundings, like a scaly chameleon. Illustrates spaces, more than a billion. But there's that one mirror you can't describe. You're sure that you know it. It gives a bad vibe. There's something in that mirror, and it has you inside. And you always wondered why it creeped you out at night.
I would now like to invite our Year 10 students to do a range of solo performances for you. Year 10 students, please.
Children should be seen and not heard, so said a famous proverb long ago. And a mother to her child in their backyard. It's a useful advice, but even so, the child thinks, what if there's something important? What if there's a missing link? I promise I won't be arrogant. Don't you want to hear me out? I'll nail wooden ladders together and lean them on someplace tall. Just so you can notice me, mother. I promise I won't fall. I'll even borrow Dad's megaphone and shout out clear and loud. With this clear voice which I honed, please just hear me out. I would like to have a say. I'll even go to the moon and shout with this voice that is clear and loud. Even if it'll only echo and rebound, bound. Just hear me out. I'll say what I want in Chinese. I'm still working that out. Or even Malay. Dengar kata-kata saya. Maybe even Japanese. Chotomate. So thought that child with a duct tape mouth. Choosing his words carefully, he slowly pulled it out. Ouch! He swelled with confidence but only babbled out. But Mom, please hear me out.
Fate is the part of everybody's life. Fate is the one who make one cry. Misery, sadness, and even death. Fate allows one to take his last breath. Fate is the one who everybody blame, but fate still takes one's life without shame. Fate is the one who everybody feared, cause fate might make this world just disappear. Fate can be decided with a roll of a dice. It might happen once, twice, or thrice. Some people think fate has no worth, but let me tell you this, fate does exist in this planet called Earth. If only I could wish upon that star, I didn't have to see him full with scars. I couldn't do anything, as fate just took him away, like the wind blowing the dandelions away. Tears falls down his face just like pearls. But who knows, fate might just run the world. I always thought that nothing will ever gonna happen. I realized I was wrong when my brother has gone to heaven.
In the mirror, I see my reflection. Where printed there is imperfection. A secret that most would require. Perfection is what I desire. Ever since I was young, the perfect question hangs on my tongue. Perfection, perfection, perfection. What is perfection? Is it to have perfect grades? Perfect personality? Perfect looks? To be pretty, to be rich, to be smart? Is it a form of art? The word exists, but is it on our list? When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, Mother, will I be perfect? But then puberty came and a rush of hormones, boys, teenage drama just threw themselves at me, altering me inside out, until I finally became this. Like a white sheet of paper tainted with hues of
blue, green, yellow, red. I finally started to see the true colors of this imperfect world and the imperfect people living in it. I am a result of packaging. The moment you judge me, you judge everything else around me, including yourself. So, no mother, I won't become a perfect child because I'll still talk back to you. No teacher, I won't become a perfect student because I'll still sleep in your class, except for you, Miss Emma. And to my dear friends, no, I will not be a perfect student, perfect friend, because I'll still tell you off if you do something dumb. Like a rose without thorns, like bulls without horns, like Hades without scorns, perfection does not exist. In the mirror, I see my reflection. Where printed there is the face of a 14-year-old girl, me. A secret that most will require, but I'm perfectly happy with the way I am, so perfection is not what I desire.
You see, we people go through various feelings. We can be sad, we can be happy, or we can be angry. You see, but there's one that's proving to be quite poisonous, and that, ladies and gents, is being lazy. It is a feeling that is almost impossible to avoid. It's like an infectious disease. You try and try and try to find a cure to fill that void, so that humanity can finally be at ease. What is the purpose of life? Is it just stand idly by? Or is it to make our forward stride? The world is ever changing. Success being an obsession to ever living. The strong, only the strong will survive, whilst the weak, they lay on the ground waiting to die. Life is like a metaphor. Strength comes from hard work and never giving up, whilst the weaknesses, they basically just come from laziness. Is it worth it? Exchanging our future for just a few moments, knowing that the regret is like being in torment. So it's time for change. Change for our future. Change for our nation. So that the world will finally be fine. So never give up.
I am nobody. I am forgotten like a toy at the bottom of a child's painted toy box. I am left behind like a dull purse on a bus. I am a common wallflower. Nobody watches me or sees me. I am a hidden observer, always watching but never joining. I am that person you saw that day on the street. I am that voiceless girl you forget 10 years later. I am here to clap only for the shining winners. I am one of the extras, just another face. I am that nobody when you say nobody will know. I am bleeding, but you can't see my blood. I am crying, but you just can't see my tears. And now I'm screaming, but you just can't seem to hear my voice. I need to be needed. I want to be heard. I wish to be seen. I long for a stage. Listen to me. I hear your laughs. I hear your cries. I hear every secret you long to tell. But you can't see me. You can't hear me. And you can't touch me. Because I am nobody.
The world full of lies and deceit, where young ones weep in agony and suffer poverty, while we live life to our mockery. The world, cruel, dark, and cynical place, where people try to race with pace. Only you know it's not safe to pace. And to know that life is unfair, we can only stop and stare. They see everything in the newspaper and they say, whatever. And through all that time, someone suffers. To have no home or shelter. Thousands die unnecessarily, but we just say it happens naturally. And if I were to stop this, I would be doing a whole lot of justice. But to know that life is unfair, and we can only stop instead. If the world will still be on the stage, it will be all in power, where people will fall and others will know. To realize that you are living alone, with no backbone. So we've got our friends and families, and we live so happily. But the universe isn't always friendly. And we can only stop and stare, and say it's unfair. See, what about the world we live in? Should we stick to what we believe in? Or should we just fly off the atmosphere and just get out of here? But to think of it, wouldn't it be the same out there? Or just full of despair? So that life is unfair. And we of all people, can only stop, stand.
This is a story about my first love. They say religion is a form of oppression, but I think it's the freedom of expression. It warms deeply from the inside. I have no vindication to hide. Islam teaches me to have such beautiful dreams, and it saves me from tearing at the seams. It teaches me compassion because I am God's creation. It keeps me standing on the ground because I feel like I'm found. When I pray in silence, my life comes to a balance. I am proud of my first love, my religion. My brothers and sisters, we are part of one union. Thank you.
I would now like to welcome our final batch of performers from Pra-U.
Good afternoon, everyone. This afternoon, I will be presenting on a slam poetry about chemistry. From pH acid to alkaline, that's neutralization. We follow the formula of success to answer the questions. Liquids mixed with the balance of a thought out solution. It's chemical warfare out there that will end all pollutions. In every element of chemistry, we see charged protons, never for the neutral sides because they are neutrons. Wearing lab coats and safety goggles, performing titrations, figuring out mole calculations and making observations. Be alert for all the reactions going on during the practical, trying to avoid situations that could turn critical. Process where heats absorbed are called endothermic, never to be confused with releasing heat as exothermic. Everything in this world consists of elements in the periodic table. Started out by Mendeleev and each with its own label. The next time you're in the lab using pipette, burette, checking out thermometer, remember chemistry while hard, though it's a lot tougher. Thank you.
I want to read diaries filled with deep thoughts of school and romance and the occasional cough. I want to write letters to people who are missing from the world of imagination, of dreams and wishing. I want to read poems from the death departed, telling me of their lives that they're being started. I want to write a thank you and slip it in a bottle and send it to you who's watching you struggle.
I want to read emails from my English teacher. I want to write a message in a bottle to prank my father. I want to read books about science fiction. And I want to write a song to my favorite band, One Direction.
If I could see Brunei with its shades of green, I would say, is that tiny thing it?
If I could hear Brunei, I will not hear a sigh, but the different types of lyrical languages, spoken beautifully with great ambitions, in our diverse community, blending together into one harmonic symphony.
If I could smell Brunei in with the fresh scent of evergreen nature, but brimming with life in every corner. It would be the powerful aroma of spices you can find fully stocked at your nearby market. It would be everyone's favorite chicken curry, boiling hot in that sizzling pot, wafting in the evening air, making the mysterious mirage of home look exceptionally clear.
If I could touch Brunei, it would feel firm, wavy and smooth like a delicate pearl. Hot and cold as the flesh beneath unfold, his fire or his ice. It would feel strong, tough and breasted, just like a magical dwarven gold before it's melted. Sculptured to perfection, textured to every fraction. It's a wonderful feeling, really. But then, every touch must be dealt with caution. Beyond the cover, it is truly fragile. But you see, that's the thing. To embrace the true beauty in imperfection. The ground would feel damp with earthly moisture. Venture deeper, it'll get wetter, colder too. But hey, it'll get better. So I'll take the risk and I'll take my chances. Because I know and I believe in the end, it all will only feel so good. If I could taste Brunei, Brunei would taste fresh and green, traditional and nostalgic, tropical and exotic, all blended together in one fine special sensation. The feeling of home-cooked meals are indescribably diverse and finger-licking good. The tastelessly delicious accompaniment, the sticky, gooey, white, chewy, edible glue, ambuya. And at the end, washed down with a cup of cold water or, hello, a chocolatey, malty Milo.
If I could speak to Brunei, I'd start with a simple hi. And I'd say thank you for all that you've done for us. And in our beloved Sultan, we trust. And we've been proud of you since the very start, right from the bottom of our hearts. So this Paris, this Rome, but just no place like home.
If I could speak to Brunei, will my words ever end? A lifetime of gratitude, a Bruneian to the end. I would thank her countless times, perhaps to infinity, for being such a peaceful country with a sense of unity. So I would publicly admit that, I would put up a facade, say, oh, I hate this country, I'd rather go abroad. We may not get along well, we may not see eye to eye. She's still my country, and she's my Brunei.
I would now like to ask all of our performers to come back on stage and take one final bow. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the slam poets of Maktab Science School. Thank you very much. We hope you have enjoyed the show.